Hi, I'm Keith. In this video we're going to discuss the perspective of a sales rep who is trying to determine what leads to call today or what records to call today. So here we are logged into our account. You'll notice the first page that we come to has our task list and our calendar. The records that are in the task list are all due for today. So anything that is red is actually overdue. So obviously you're going to want to make sure and call all of your sales opportunities. So sales opportunities that have a process attached will show up in your task list. You'll be able to open up the opportunity. You can either click completed or you can just click on the pencil and you can go in and advance the stages of those opportunities. Now this depends on your sales administrator configuring your sales processes so that you can simply just click through the next possible result, schedule your follow-up date. Whatever date you select here will allow this record to show back up on your task list for that particular day. So this is what we would call lead follow-up. Now let's say that you get through all of your lead follow-up and you're looking for a place to go find your new leads. Now if your account has been configured by your administrator so that you've got views, the ideal scenario is that you've got some views created that would show you, for instance, your new leads or your customer follow-ups. So in this case we've got a default view set to A1, so all I have to do is click on the Organizations tab. This requires a little bit of setup. There's some videos on how to set this up. But for the rep's perspective, you just click the A1, the new leads. Now what you'll do is you'll see a list of leads here. Click into the first lead. You can go ahead and make any updates that you need to after you call this person, after you send them an email, after you jot a note down. Put the note in. You click the little add button here to put your note in. If you need to schedule a task, you can put a task in here for your follow-up. Schedule your date. Add that task, and again, any task that you create would indicate this record would show up on your next due date. If you need to change the category at that point, like maybe you've turned this person into a customer, you would update that. Now as far as the leads that you're going through, if you click this arrow button, you can just go to the next lead. So this makes it real easy to just flip from one lead to the next. You'll see here that I'm on the next lead, so again, I could go ahead and make a call, put a note in, schedule an activity, and then I just click the little arrow button here to go to the next record. Now, the idea is that you might have a couple of views that you call through, and then you can just advance to the next view after you've made all of your calls to new leads. Then maybe you go and you do your customer follow-ups. This would be a good example where you would then go and you would call this person, take care of whatever action needs to be done, review the notes, look at the sales opportunities, and then you could advance to the next lead. Now here's another example of an account that has a lot more views built, a lot more different things going on, and in this particular example we're taking advantage of the fact that this view sorts by alphabetical order. So the different groups can create views. So SC1 might indicate one group, and this would be a view specifically related to them. This would be an example of how you could keep track of multiple views inside of your account. And you might have a few views that you're switching between. So as a rep, hopefully your administrator has configured it so that the administrator might be looking at something like this with a whole bunch of different views. But hopefully for your rep, you've got it configured so that you're just looking at a few views and you can just go from one to the next. So thank you.